Hi everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Motorsport Manager. Now, it's a game that's been out quite a few years, I think. Well, it's been out a while anyway, at least 1, maybe 2 years. It's a game I thoroughly enjoy, as I am a motorsport fan of any motorsport. If it's a car, it's got an engine. If it's a bike, it's got an engine. I'll sit down and watch it. I'm a fan. I've actually raced myself in my youth. And so, yeah, engines going fast has always been part of me. Now, with Motorsport Manager, it may not be everyone's sort of genre. If you like motorsport and don't like management, then it wouldn't be a game for you. If you love motorsport and like the idea of managing your own team, then you will love this game. If you love management games but aren't a motorsport fan, you're not really into it, it still may capture you, because in my own opinion, because I do love management type games, this has got to be one of the best thought out and best management games I've played. So I hope to do a little series here. If people like it, then I'll continue doing it. So I hope you can leave a comment at the bottom of the video to see whether, I will do a few series and gauge the views and any comments that come up. So I hope I get to see some. Now, as you can see over here on the left hand side, I can continue a game, which I won't do. It's pointless because I've got several games there that I've played in different series. Now, if you have played Motorsport but haven't played it for a while, you will notice this menu is a lot different to the original. The game has been updated several times, and the game has had DLCs added to it, which in my opinion are a must. Now, I didn't bother getting the challenge pack. I'm not that into challenges. It's the game itself is challenging enough, but I did download the GT series. Now, the vanilla Motorsport Manager is about open wheel racing, Formula 1, Formula 2 and Formula 3, but I like, as I said, all forms of racing. I wish it had a motorcycle part to it, which I'm sure they could add if they really tried. But that would only happen with public opinion. Now, the GD series is, of course, like the GD3 Super Class Racing. You can also now create your own team if you get the DLC and start from scratch. Now, this is very, very challenging, and I wouldn't recommend doing this if you haven't played before and got comfortable with it. We've also got a livery pack and the endurance pack series. Now, this is not for the faint-hearted. This is a series based on 6-hour racing. Each race lasts 6 hours, and before you think, oh god, I can't sit there for 6 hours, the game, no matter what series you play or what type of car, has fast forward modes. It has 4 sets of fast forward, twice the speed, 4 times the speed, and 16 times the speed, I think, from memory. So, but even so, with a 6-hour race, it seems to take over 30 minutes, more like 45 minutes before you've done. By the time you prepare, go to the racetrack, practice, qualify, do the race, and all the after stuff coming home, it can take you up to an hour. Whereas the others are a bit quicker to do because they're not time based, they're lap based. So let's go back. So what I want to do is start a new career. We'll make a new team. Actually, no, we won't make a new team. I'll show you how to take management of a team. So let's go to new career. Start type with tutorials. Not necessary for me, but it's good to keep it on. Now, here we go. Season length. short, 12 to 20 laps, which is on average, which it doesn't take long really, and you really don't get to do the tactical part. You don't seem to be able to anyway. The long one is the one I always play, the long series, no matter what, even in the endurance. See, the endurance is 360 minutes because that's a timed event. But for now, let's go for the medium. We'll stick to American dollars. That's the correct date for me. Now, as you can see, I've got some mods. There are mods for the game. Let me go back and show you that. That is under Steam Workshop. Now, I have two that I like. Now, you've got to be careful with these mods here, like any mods for any games. A lot of these mods will either destroy your save game or destroy the game. They can corrupt the game badly and you have to reinstall. So you've got to be careful. I've tested several and I have done exactly what I've just said. It has happened to me. But these guys that do these ones, by Chris, they're both by Chris, they seem to know what they're doing. I'm not saying that none of the others do, just the others that I've tried have really let me down and destroyed save games that I've been playing for months. But anyway, okay, so if you're thinking about getting mods, these two mods do change the game. They don't make it any easier. They make it more realistic. They give the drivers, which of course the game can't do, they give the drivers their real names, real portraits. They give the team their real names, etc. So it's worth thinking about, but if you've never played before, don't worry about it. Anyway, so let's go into the new career. And what I'm going to do, okay, we discussed this, that's fine. I've got that mod active there. Now, excuse me for the windowed effect, I can't do anything about that. Okay, so our name, date of birth, you can just make that up as you go. That's a bit young. Let's be born there. Okay. Let's see. Europe, no. Australasia. I was born in Australia. Ex-drivers, good thing. The stats there, you'll get extra feedback from your drivers, and the drivers will improve quicker. This is a good thing. Now, that's okay. I'm not sure about, yeah, that's about hairstyle. Let's lighten that off a bit. Facial hair, I'm not keen on that bit. Let's go to 5 o'clock shadow. And I do wear glasses, so let's go to those. Continue there. Now, choose a team. Now, as I said, I'm going to do the GT series. The single seat series here, you get 3 choices. Now, starting at the top, if you've never played before, means there's only one way to go, and that's down. Because how this works, let's just say we did do Formula 1. If you lose the series, you will get bumped down to Formula 2. If you win Formula 2, the season, you will be offered to go up. You can refuse the offer if you don't think you're ready. So if you're a learner, you're better off starting in F3 and work your way through. Do a few seasons here, and if you win, you'll get an offer to go to Formula 2 and so on. But if you lose Formula 3, you can't go down. There's nowhere to go down. So at least that's a good thing. There's only one way is up. So, but we won't be doing that there. Now, in the GT series, which is what we're doing, there's 2 classes. Now, the same principle. If we start in the top class, which is the DTM, if we lose, we will be automatically booted down. No choice. But if we start here and we do well and win a season, we'll be offered to come up to here, which means, you know, that's a good thing, something to strive for, something to really aim for. Here, it's a fear of finishing last, so you don't want that. You want something to strive for. Okay, so we're going to go the ADAC GT Masters. Now pick a team. Now it automatically goes to the top team. Now we don't want that. They don't want to make it too easy. I would recommend not choosing the bottom team, because you're really going to struggle. You want something in between. And in my opinion, now these are the stats here. Car performance, it's well up there. Drivers, not so good. Your factory headquarters, very bad. Your staff, fairly good. Sponsorship, bad. And the pit crew, not very good. But you'll notice none of the teams have very good sponsorship. That's something you have to work for. But what is the best thing to start with? High headquarters. The most expensive thing in the game is upgrading your headquarters. So it's best to try, if you're going to do it this way, rather than start your own team, this is the best to go for. A good workshop headquarters. So that they might be good to go for. You're definitely better than them. They're no good. HP and what was the other one? There's HP. There's another one. Ooh, that's not bad. That's a little Porsche. Go Porsche, or that looks like a Lamborghini. Not overly keen on the paint job, but car's alright. Now over here, this is the pressure on you. You've got a $750,000 budget. You're expected to finish in the top 9, but the pressure is high. So every race team has a CEO that keeps a thumb down on you. What's this one? The pressure is low, but again, bad workshop. Where was that little Porsche? Pressure is medium. So I think I'd rather medium pressure than high. It's got a good workshop. We're not down the bottom, we're not up the top. And I like the little Porsche. So let's pick this one. I hope it's going to load. This will make me look like a fool. I've never played it in Windows before, so I don't know how it's going to react. That's because my OBS is playing up and will only stream something that's in a window. Won't do game capture, and it won't do any other capture, whatever the other one is. Yeah, I think it's crashed. Fact is, I'm sure it's crashed. So, just a second. It never takes this long, so I'll be right back. Okay, made a liar out of me. It's never taken this long to load, that's all. My computer is getting old. Okay. Now immediately saves. It has an auto-save function which you can turn on or off at different intervals. Oh my god, it's slow tonight. Alright, so now I can't see the bottom here because of the window, but I know the basics here. Now this is our chairman. That's his happiness with us so far. It's the start of the season, so you know he can't really say much. Our two drivers, our history, our rating, which is not bad at the moment. This is our first season, 2016. No races, no positions, no wins, of course, because we haven't started. Now the mailbox, we have mail in. Now let's start at the bottom. We're getting a welcome to the race team. They're delighted to have us. Now one of our drivers is very excited about working with me. I would be too. What can I say? Our other driver, hi boss. He used to watch me on TV when I was little. I don't know if that's insulting or not. This is our design chief, lead designer, welcoming me to the team. You'll get this at the start. The head of the scouting department. Yeah, blah blah blah. We can scout for more drivers, scout for more designers, more mechanics, etc. Now the target for 2016, you get to pick each at the end of each season before the next season starts. You get to pick what you promise the chairman you will try and finish in. Now to cut the pressure back, let's tell him we'll finish somewhere in the top 7 and hope we do. It doesn't mean if you don't he'll sack you, but he could, depending. Okay, introduction to pit crew, that's a new feature, that's for new players. If you read through that, it tells you, but I'll let you go through it. I'll show you how to go through it in a bit, but you've got to click got it to get that urgent response off your mail. Okay, here we have our car. But first, I think, if I can see which menus, which here, because they're buried. Okay, here's our drivers. Now, Robert here is currently a 3-star. The max he can be is 5-star. If you want to look at his details, and this tells you how good he is at whatever. Maximum is 20, and he will improve, as it says there, improvement rates per race or per week. Now, these are his buffs. He has a desired earnings. Right, he's a racer, which gives him +2 to nearly everything. He's a dangerous dueler, which means overtaking is +4, but it knocks his focus and his consistency down. Now our other driver, Sven, not quite as good, but potentially could be. He's 24 years of age. He's 30. Now most of the drivers I've found in this game start thinking about retiring between 35 and 40, although I have seen teams with 40-year-old drivers driving with them. So anyway, he's got no driver traits yet. They do get them if they continue racing long enough, and this is the history of the driver. Our test driver, not too bad actually. He's quite well. He's 50 years old. He's an old man hanging on. So he's good for feedback, which means feedback gives you car setup. He will give you, so he'd be good for setting up the car for the other guys. He's old, so yeah, he has negatives on everything. Okay, now God, I hate not saying that. This is our lead designer. Not very good. Still got 10 months of his contract. I think if you replace him, you will have to pay out his contract, which is 450,000. It's a lot of money. See, we've only got 800,000. That's our money up here now. Our mechanics aren't the best either, but there's still 22 months left of their contracts, so it might be best to keep them there. Now we have our pit crew. Pit crew's not too bad. Maximum skill level here is also 20, and most of the pit crew are fairly good. Now, stamina is important. The more pit stops per race, the quicker they lose their stamina. So this guy on 70, he'd be lucky to finish one pit stop before he's exhausted. That's very low. You want to get high figures in that. So this guy, he's not very good at fixing the car. In fact, he's 0 at it. But there's 4 people looking for a job, so you can go here and have a look. Well, this guy's not bad. 13, until better come along. He's 27 years old. I think I'm going to hire him. Now, with those hired ones, you can either reject, send them away, or you can leave them there. They may go away on their own, and you can have up to 6 applications per race after each race. So, anyway, let's go back to the pit crew. Now, I might replace him with him. I don't like the fact that his stamina is so low. It risks mistakes. Now, you can put this on auto, which I recommend. You want auto gives it to one of your chief mechanics. Now, the best thing to have is high concentration, because they can focus on who to replace, what contracts to renew. So it's better to have it there. It does actually tell you that there somewhere. Okay, so you're better off having that than that. Confirm that. Now he'll take care of them and renew contracts as desired. When they first introduced this, I did all this, but I didn't have it on auto, and I thought, oh, this is good, this is good. Come to the second last race of the season, or the last race of the season, I had 2 pit crew members. I thought, what the? All the contracts had expired, and because I didn't renew them, they all left. Whereas if you have it on auto, your head mechanic will automatically renew their contracts unless you fire them previously. So that is one good reason to have it on auto. You can take it off after every race and check yourself, swap a few around, but I leave it on auto just in case there's a contract coming up, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, what do we got here? We've got this is where we can check out other drivers, who they're driving for, down there, and etc. You'll find drivers that don't have anything, and you don't know what their skills are like because you've got to scout them. As you can see here, scout drivers. So you can mouse over them and get a rough idea that they're somewhere in between those numbers. Like the very first one, braking. Somewhere between 9 and 12 at braking. But you'd have to scouting to find out for sure. What I normally do is look for young drivers and scout the young drivers. Not always, but normally cheaper. Well, he's a 15-year-old. He won't be very good, but why not? Let's scout him out. They can do a few. You can go on for nearly ever here, but let's just do these for now. Here we've got our financials. After the next race, we will have lost 638,000, which we can't afford. We need sponsors. We have none. No sponsors. So we need to get some sponsors going. Okay, this is a look over the different. You can check other seasons as they're progressing. That's the DTM. This is our series, and the endurance racing. You'll notice there's not as many. But the thing about endurance racing, there is 2 classes, but they race together at the same time. So there's actually 12 teams on the track, 24 cars. But you'll be racing in your class while the others are racing in theirs. P1 and P2 is the lower LMPT to LMP1. And what's this window? I can't tell. Right, the race is coming up. We have 8 races in our season, which is not many. The first race is in Vancouver, and it's a shortened Vancouver track layout D. What's required is good acceleration, good suspension for medium corners. Top speed is useful but not necessary. Okay, it's going to rain at qualifying, it says, and it's a cloudy day, race day, and it could possibly rain, but practice is sunny. So let's go back to our mailbox, and to advance time, click continue. Now if there's something important and mail comes up, it will stop. If you want to stop it manually, hit continue again and it'll stop. And you can see we've got a couple, okay, telling the world that I have become the manager of the new team. Fans aren't too sure whether they like me or not. Mixed reactions from the fans. Now there's an important announcement. One of the papers wished to interview me. Herbert Motorsport is your new home, but it isn't the best team on the GD Masters. What is your plan? Let me see. You've got 3 responses, and these responses do matter. They can give you bonuses or deficits. I think we'll go for something in the middle there. I am aiming to plant down a solid foundation. This season is about transitioning from one of the also-rans into a top team. I like that. And see, that's what I mean. Both our drivers liked my response and their happiness went up. Robert Rainier is seen by the fans as your top driver. Do you agree with that? Or would you say that Sven Mueller is better? Now, of course, if I'm going to say that this guy's better, this guy will start to dislike me, and vice versa. So the safe option is to say I'm lucky enough to have inherited 2 great drivers, and I can't wait to see them race. Now, they were both like that. In the season preview, I wrote that you're expected to finish 5th in the team's championship. Is this accurate, or do you think you can do better? I don't want to brag too much. This is going to affect the CEO, so I'm going to just play that safe. I didn't lose or gain any from that. We will all remember you as a fan favourite racer back in your day. Oh gosh, yes. But will you be able to transfer the skills into management? I know the ins and outs. This is a good safe one too. I know the ins and outs of being a racing driver and what he needs to have a great car. I'm sure I'll be fine. And they like that too. Now the higher their morale up here, this 59%, the higher, the better they'll drive. Okay, so let's finish that interview. Now, there's still no sponsorship offers. We need those sponsorships. We're going to go negatives after the first race. Now the first event is in 6 days. Surely I've got some, yes. Okay, this is good. Oh, that's a good offer. 900,000 per race, upfront payment of 600,000 for 8 races. I have to qualify and finish, both qualify in the top 7 and finish in the top 7 before they'll give me that. I don't think so. I think I'll go for this. There's one offer there. Now the maximum offers you can get is 3. 328 per race, that's good. You have to finish, you have to qualify and finish in the race in the top 16. I don't like that for, yeah, that's not much extra. 417 per race, that's not bad. I think we'll go for that one. Oh, that's only for 2 races. Oh, yeah, we'll go for it anyway. Yeah, there's only one offer on the table here. I think I'll wait till race day before I jump in. Yeah, I don't like that anyway. Upfront payment, not bad. Now what I didn't do, dopey me, that's our workshop car, we need to improve some parts. I forgot to do that. Oh, they're not too bad. We can't afford to design any new parts because we just don't have the money yet. Our money's going down. But let's work on a gearbox and one of the engines. Now this guy is 0 at performance. It's no good working on performance. This guy's at least 5, so oh wait, wrong button. Let's go back. So let's swap them. He's alright at reliability. Yeah, he's got 9 in it. I'm going to have to look for new mechanics, I can see. Okay. Yeah, well, we can't afford to do anything more with the design centre, so there's no good having any thoughts. How many more days have we got? 3 days. Let's fingers crossed to get a few more sponsorship offers. I got one more. It's Robert's birthday already. Oh gosh. Let's throw Robert a party. $100,000 party. Now that's one of a birthday party. Okay, we've got 2 offers here now. 17th above. 3 races. I'm going to go for that now because I need the money. So let's look at our financials now. Yep, we're a bit positive now. So that's a good thing. We've still got a couple of days. We may get some more sponsors. Okay. And we did not. Unfortunately. And that doesn't matter. That'll come. Okay. So it's race day. Let's check this car. They've improved that a bit. They've improved that a bit. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Oh, you're unhappy with your car parts. Oh, really, Robert? Really? Okay. Make you happier? That made him happier. Yeah, I might actually have to give both. Yeah, alright, they're both reasonably happy. Gave Robert the 2 parts that are being upgraded. Okay, let's go on. Like I said, it's gonna rain. 46 laps, high tyre wear. Important to know some of these facts. You'll get that as you go through. Okay, heavy rain at qualifying. No, we don't have to, let's practice. You have to practice before you can qualify. And we're off to Vancouver. It's the short track. The long track's quite long. Hence it's called the long track. I think Vancouver has 3 or 4 different configurations. Now, something they've added since the original 2 is the ability to save car setups, which does not necessarily mean they're going to be right every season. Like, we might find a perfect setup now, the same drivers will come along next year, the car it'll be slightly redesigned, so the same setup won't be ideal. It could be, but it's unlikely. You will have to tinker with it a little bit to improve it, to get it satisfactory. Now, feedback as I said, to get feedback on car setup, it's good to have that high. Now he's not very good. Doesn't mean we can't use him, but we might as well use this guy because he's way up there. Now we go to car setup, change the setup. Now it's already he's already predetermined, our driver, that's the limits. You've got to keep it in the green. It's got to be in the green somewhere. He's got no real idea because he's got none. So it wants to be, look at that, it wants to be slower. Let's go a couple, slow it down a bit. I think that needs to go that way. And because of the really tight corners with the GD series, it doesn't have spoiler effect. It does have a rear spoiler, but it's non-adjustable. It's a set rear spoiler. The front spoiler, there is not one. What you've got is ballast, like a weight. The tighter the corners on a circuit, the more front weight you need to make the front of the car dig in and turn. If it's light, the tyres will turn, but the car will still go straight on because there's no weight on the front wheels. So this has got some very, very tight corners on it. So I'm imagining this should have to be about here somewhere. Now everything you touch will change everything else. So that's gone too far now. Let's go back another one. Okay, now we can try that. Yeah, we'll leave it on the soft tyres because they'll be our race tyres. Now another thing, you get a bonus for race setup and tyre familiarity. And the race is the most important, and I feel, which I'll show you in a minute, is to send them out on practice laps getting with race setup in mind, so that the car, they're happiest with the car in race setup, to get a really good race setup. If you've got time in practice, after you've got the maximum feel for the race setup, then of course swap to a qualifying setup and try and hone that in as well. I'll show you what I mean. We can load the setups now, which you never could before. I've done the other one manually. Now they're all greyed out because they're for a different series, right? So we need to find GD series, and we need to find Vancouver track D. So if we look through here, and I've got thousands, but anyway, I've got thousands of setups for all the different series I play. But okay, Vancouver's up here near the top. Track D, this was done in 2019, 25, 2016, here's one. And it came up at 97% correct. So let's try that on this driver. And see what he feels about that. Okay, now let's go through. Yeah, we don't. Now I get them both to focus on the same tyre, so we can get the feel for that tyre quicker. You'll see what I mean in a second. Okay, now we click continue again. We're both fiddled with both cars. To take practice, I don't recommend sending them out to simulate, because it'll be woeful, honestly. So you take practice. What I do is I hit spacebar, pause it, because there's a qualifying session. You don't have to do this if there's no qualifying section, if there's practice and only race, because some series do that. This series, in fact, could change to that next year by a vote for rule changes, which will happen periodically through the year. So we'll click on our number 2 driver and see what stint he's on, because we want to do race. So he's on qualify, so don't worry about that, cancel that. We want to tune them both together. What's he on? He's on race already, so that's fine. Don't have to touch him. So let's go back to our second driver. There's a method to this madness. Stint, race, don't worry about that. Tyre choice we've already done. Do that, unpause it. Now they've been changing that setup. I like them both to go out at roughly the same time. So send him out just before the other one's finished. That way I'm not looking all over the track for them. You can spin the track around. I like to have it the right way around. Now they're only going to do a sight lap, so tell them both to come in after one run, because we want to have a look at these setups. Now here's what I was talking about, the speed up times. 22 times, that's very, 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 very quick. And you have to have lightning reflexes to keep up with them. But you can always pause at any time. I hate this windowed effect. Okay, now this is the one I did manually. I got very, very lucky here. You can't get better than purple. Excellent, excellent. He's not happy with the speed. I didn't think he would be. So we can back this off. I'm going to go down 2. Now let's change that slightly. So let's... Yep, now that's brought that back as that sped it up a bit. These are tyre pressures. The lower the tyre pressure, the faster the car will go. The higher, the slower it will go. There is a minimum tyre pressure and a maximum tyre pressure. You can't actually go around with no air, so don't worry about going down to minimums. Okay, so we got a slightly pointing to hard. He's happy with that. He's happy with the front weight for cornering, so he's a very happy chappy. Now I could save that, but like I said, I've got enough. I've got enough save games at the moment. Yep, we'll send him out again. So we can, here is this. Right? There's 3 stages. Currently it's on level 0 for super soft tyres. It'll go to 1. And then the meter will grow to 2. Then the meter will grow to 3. And that's the maximum, the best you can have. Same goes for race trim. Now I like to get, like I said, I like to get the race trim and the tyres I'll be using in the race to their maximum state of familiarity with the team and the drivers. If there's time, then I'll work on qualifying trim and the ultra softs. Okay, so he's right. We can send him out again. Now, the other driver's in there. He didn't mind the setup that I loaded, but he's not 100% happy. So he's happy with the spring settings. He's not happy with that. I can't really go any lower, so let's try him to go. Let's go higher, and let's back that off a little. Now that's made what? If I go... No, it's the wrong way. Let's go that way. Let's see if that makes any difference. Now the other guy's fine. I can let him go and do some runs. But this guy, after he's finished changing this setup, I will ask him to come back. This guy. Let's speed it up to double. Tell him to come in. You can zoom in and out. And you also have a 2D look, which is overhead, which isn't very exciting, in my opinion. But anyway, he's coming in. Let's see what he thinks of this setup now. Okay, did we go up or down? We went down, so we went the wrong way. Now, to see what happened, if you mouse over that one, where the little triangles are is where the setting was before. So speeding it up was a bad thing. So let's slow it down. I'm going to slow it down to the slowest gear ratios. Now the front weights, I may try backing that off a bit more. There maybe. And it's extremely rare to have both drivers choose the exactly same setup because they've got different styles of driving. One guy will want more downforce, where the other guy doesn't need that downforce. One will want more toe in up here in the canvas than the other guy, etc. Okay, so let's send him out again. Speed it up. I can actually speed it up 4 times. So let's get this done. Bring him back in. Okay, he's just giving some feedback there. He says he's very happy with the setup. Okay, so that's right. The speed's right. The handling's good. Now we've gone backwards, so we've gone the wrong way with the weights. Where the weights were before, let's go to maximum. Okay. It might not need maximum front weight. Let's back it off. 1. Now that's ruined that and ruined that. So we can't slow that down any. No, the wrong way. So, but we can do that. This has really upset the apple cart here. That won't work. What if I go... No, wrong way. There's a lot of fiddling here. Let's go again. Now if I increase that, too much, decrease it. But if I do this, that's scary close. If I go one more, and we slow that down with some tyre pressure, there we go. Okay. 20 seconds to do those changes. Still plenty of time. Okay, speed up time. Whoa, second. And he's on soft tyres compared to ultra softs. So that's not bad. Very good, in fact. Handling is spot on, he likes that. He likes the handling. Now to change the angles of the screen, to turn it, etc., change the angle over, alongside. It's done with the left mouse button. Now we've still got 12 minutes of practice left. He's coming into the pits. We've almost, yeah, I'm gonna bring him in. I'm gonna send him out because we're maxed out on our super soft tyres and our race trim. We still have some seconds left, 11, to try and get some qualifying setups. So let's go out for 3 laps. We'll change to ultras. Now that will take 12 seconds to refuel it and put ultras on. And this guy's coming in. There you go. Now you can't get a better setup than that. 99. Well, I have seen 100% before a few times, but you can't get better than 3 purples. Okay, let's put him on qualify as well. 3 laps as well. Switch to ultras and send him out also. There he is. Starting his first. He's slower. The white means he's slower than his quickest. White, slower again than his quickest, second sector. And the third sector, he's quicker than his previous best third sector. So let's see if he can improve on that. Now our other guy, that's his best time in the first sector. No, again, slower than his quickest. He's better again. Okay, that's his slowest lap to date. That's his quickest lap to date. So we're currently second and third, which is not bad for a mediocre team. obviously down to the great management skills. Obviously. What can I say? Hang on, I'm getting a sore arm from patting myself on the back. Okay, he's going quicker again. Purple, little purple ones means quickest of all. Oh, he got quickest of all in the last sector and put him in first. Okay, he's happy. How are we going with this? We're at stage 2, heading to stage 3. We've got plenty of time to max that out. So stints is good. Let's turn him out for 3 laps again. Let's can we? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be using these in the race, so it won't matter. I'll need 2 sets for qualifying, so there's plenty there. Let's throw some new ones on it. There's he. Okay, come around. Okay. I love that setup. Stints, qualifying. Yeah, we'll get 3 laps in. New tyres as well. And out they go. Okay. First and third in practice. Okay, there we are. We're maxed out. We know all there is to know about the qualifying trim of the car for this track and the race trim for this track this season. We're confident we know how to get the best out of both sets of tyres. Oh, he's just done my number 1 driver's just done a best. There we go, 1 and 2. Unbelievable. Honestly, I've never had started a season this well with a mediocre team before. Okay, that's it. We're not going to go out again, so we might as well really quickly speed up time to get through practice. Practice is ending. And done. Okay. That's how everyone went. Very good. That was for practice. Now we get some news reports. This is us. Fan telling us to keep up the good work. That's good. That's us. Another fan telling us we're totally rocked. Practice results. Our driver Rainier first and our driver Hoosman second. And Gorn on third, okay. Okay, it doesn't... Oh, I think it is raining. No, it's not. It just looked a bit like it was. Okay, here for qualifying we get to choose what to use. Now, of course, it's qualifying, so you would use your qualifying trim and your softest tyres to get the best performance. Now, these are the boosts that you get from getting it to 3 times. If this was at level 1, you would have a +5 to performance. Same here, +5 to performance. If you had it at level 2, it would be +10. Same. Okay, so confirm that. You can also do auto pick. Because there's only 2 to choose from, he will do that. But sometimes in here you will have buffs, mechanics components, what the mechanic has learnt to add to the car. Sometimes this may not be good for you at the time. But anyway, we'll confirm that. We know we're happy with the car setup. And we just... Now, to be honest, it's not worth taking qualifying. You're better off to simulate. And I've never... The only time I've seen an advantage of taking qualifying is if you know there will be rain. Now, the report said it was going to rain, but I can't see any in the horizon. Doesn't mean it's not coming. It may come at the 4 or 5 minute mark and pour rain, but hopefully I'll have done enough laps to have done my best qualifying on dry tyres. So maybe in another episode I will show you how to do the take qualifying, but for now we'll simulate it. Now we can put that on 30 times. We don't need for it to go too slow. No rain yet. Here comes the rain. But we've just completed the lap. He didn't go too good. It's pitting for... That's Mueller. It's pitting for... going to try on Inters to improve. But he hasn't. He's had a bad lap. On dries and wets. But our other driver, he's taken pole. Okay. That's how everyone went. We didn't go get last, but we're way down there. Hopefully we'll be able to crawl our way through. That's one of our fans. Yes. He's disappointed. Yep. Career tips for Christian Christian Mind. Retire, admit, Team 76 are the best, then retire. Okay. So, race day. And it's a rolling start. And it's raining. I saw, yep, there's rain on the screen there. So how much rain are we going to get? Very, very little. You're going to get rain for the first 10 laps. But that's okay. Let's auto pick that. Race trim and ultra softs, I don't think so. Let's go for super softs. And last a few more laps. Super soft, super soft. Car setup is good, but I want to look at something. I forgot to check. 46 laps. There's no refueling. There's a refueling ban. So don't take fuel out. You can, but I wouldn't recommend it. You could run out. Okay, so that's... happy with that. Happy with that. Okay. Driver strategy. What you want them to start off with. And this is for tyre wear. I want them to get the tyres warm, so I'm going to stick it up a notch. Fuel, for the first few laps, let's pump that up a bit. So put it all on that. Matter of fact, I want to get these tyres hot quick. So let's do that. Okay, there's our lovely, lovely car up there. Pop. Now, again, there goes the pace car. I'd like to have the track I'm looking at in the same aspect as the actual mini-map of the track. Call me fussy. But anyway. Okay, there's the safety car up ahead. There it goes. Now there's part of the menus missing here at the moment because you can't interact with the car on the warm-up lap, or Yeah, while it's a warm-up lap. It looks like a Lambo or a Ferrari beside me. I think it's a Lambo. Okay, let's speed it up to twice. There goes the safety car. The race will begin. As we hit the line. And we're off. Okay, okay. Dropped a second. This could be bad. Tyres are quite cold, but I'm telling them to warm them up as much as possible. Now you'll notice we don't have enough fuel to finish. It's in the negatives down there. But we will work on fuel conservation a bit later. First few laps, pedal to the metal. Going backwards here. Tyres still haven't warmed up. If you press the tab key, you can see what all the other cars are doing around us. What their fuel settings and tyre settings are at. Okay, we're holding third. Tyres are starting to come up to temperature. Our boy really hasn't made a lot of ground. He's made some spots. Okay, up the inside for second. Going well. Tyres are still looking pretty good for what they're on. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring them down to neutral. Click on this, down to neutral. Let's actually bring fuel down. Let's conserve a bit of fuel for towards the end of the race where we might want to push. We're in a good spot here now. Now we're 0.6 away from the car in front. Green means you're pulling away. White means he's pulling away. Now I'm closing and losing and pulling away. Now they're closing. So that bumps up and down all the time, but we're doing good at the moment. Okay, let's check out on Mueller. He's in the thick of it here. He's got a good inside run and he's lost it. He got an inside one on the black car. And poke it up the inside of this green one. Can he? Can he? Can he? He can. Okay, he's got the green one. The light green one's next. He's working his way through nice. Now these, this circle here, down here, tyre wear. It's best not to let it go under quarter. Around a quarter way of tyre wear. Hello, someone's crashed. Hello, that green one's making a comeback at us, and so's that black one. Got yourself on the wrong side of the track, pal. Get across the other side. Come on. Wrong side of the track again. Need to get up the inside here. That's it. That's it. Alright. Come on. Alright, tyres are starting to cool down a bit, so we can speed that up. Bump them up. Warm the tyres up a bit more. Basically what you're doing is telling the drivers to use their tyres more. And going the other way is telling the drivers to back off their tyre wear. Okay, let's speed up time to 4 times. This is the speed I normally play at, 4 times. You're starting to fall back again. Okay, it's starting to dry out. Well, he's right there. It's probably a good time to come in. Yep. He wants dries. Let's give him dries. Good 16 laps out of those, hopefully. Away you come. Now the other guy will probably want the same thing, but I'm not going to double. Or can I double stack? I can. There's enough gap, I think, to be able to double stack. So let's get another set of those on. Okay. Check out the number one. Our number one guy. They're not pitting, so we've pitted first. No mistakes, no mistakes, no mistakes. We're out. There's our number two car. That was beautifully timed. Okay, some of the others are on ultras, which hopefully means this. Now this guy's got that symbol, means he's going to pit. Whoa! Really rear-ended someone. 14's going to pit, and so the others. Okay, we're back in. Whoa! That was good timing. We undercut the guy. That's the guy that was in first. Is he? Yeah, he's on ultras too. That's not going to be good. Now, that treatment of those tyres is too much for the softs. So let's back that off. Tell him to take it easy on the tyres. Whoa, Mueller was the big winner out of that. From 12th to 4th. Well done, little mate. Just don't go backwards. Keep the inside. And you will find they do block. And they do bump into each other from time to time. There is, you will get, if you do it often, too often, or badly, you will get a drive-through penalty. I can't believe how well we're doing. There's one out of the race so far. He went out in the first few laps, I think. But pitting early gave us a good undercut, especially for Mueller, who was 12th before he pitted. It's worked well for him. Rainier here didn't really gain any, didn't lose any either. He gained for a few seconds, but then because Bortolotti is on ultras, made it easy for him to pass. But now he's going to have to pit at least one more time than us, so that's a good thing. So this guy here's already pitted twice, and so's he. And that'd be why they're down there. Our tyres are going well. We've got our fuel's in the plus. We've got a half a lap more than required, and that's a good spot for it to try and keep it. So we can manipulate the fuel at some stage. Put the engine mode up to high. Okay, yep, he pitted. So now we've got first and second. Unbelievable. Must be because I'm streaming, because I've never had a start to a season this good from a so-called mediocre team. Alright, we're almost halfway through the race. He's going to need tyres. Yeah, your tyres are a bit sad. I'll bring him in first. This guy chews up tyres more than the other guy. And you're going to have to... Oh, God. That's going to be... Let's say he gets 13 laps. That's 30. He's going to have to come in again. So it looks like it's going to be a 3-stop race. Okay, so Mueller's coming in. Is that Bortelli there? No, Bortelli's in front. Yeah, you can pit this time. Is that a front jack? We lost. Right, we need a better guy on the front jack. I'm telling you. Come on, Rainier. We had a pit stop mistake there, cost us valuable seconds. Come on, guys. No mistakes. No mistakes for that one. 4th fastest pit stop so far of the race. So that was alright. These two guys are going to come in. He'll come in again, and we have to come in again, but hopefully we'll be able to go on to ultra soft tyres for the last few laps. Now we can pump up our fuel here a bit. We can go into a high engine mode because we've got a lap extra. What's this guy like? He's got a lap extra. Okay, pump it up to high. I'll do half a dozen laps on high engine mode. Of course, unless the engine's about the flight part, which it's not. Engines are good. Yes. Come on, Mueller. Come on, get in there and mix it up. Tyres are starting to cool a bit. They're still in the good range. How far away? You're 6 seconds off the lead, 6.5. That was your fastest ever lap, race lap. Good. Mueller's fastest ever lap of the race. Yeah, I'm going to have to use those tyres a bit more, guys. Use the tyres. Starting to get cold. Come on. How's our fuel going? Still got over half a lap left over after race. That's good. Yeah, you can't get past him with the foot down. I think he just passed him. Okay. Bortelli has pitted, yep. Bortolotti, I'm sorry. And it's raining again. Okay, he's gone on the dries. How much rain? Oh, it's not really worth it. It's only a bit. But keep going, guys. Keep going. My God, Mueller's going through tyres a lot quicker. Now let's back that off. Let's back that off for now. Save a bit of fuel. 15 laps to go. Yeah, I can see that. I'm in two minds. Let's slow this down a bit. What to do here. There, how many laps are left? 33. No, what am I talking about? 13. Okay. Pit. Should I? Shouldn't I? It's gonna get more rain. It's almost gonna get to wet. Well, let's put them on. This is either going to be good or bad. Oh, the suspension's starting to fail. That'll make it to the end of the race. It has to. Okay, we're going in. Okay, he's in. Jacks are up. Tyres are on. No mistakes. 8th best. Yeah, I know you're moaning about it. Let's see what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go on to. He's going on to Indus too. It's probably the wrong decision, especially when for the last. Gee, what would that be? About the last 8 laps, being very wet. It's probably the wrong decision. This could make or break the race. Hello, his gearbox is going. Great. It'll make it. It'll make it. Yeah, I reckon the others are going to go to dries and then wets for the last few laps. That could really muck me up. Yep, someone's just come on and put another set of dries on. And you see, his wet tyres are dying quickly. It's too dry. And it's only drying out more. Yeah, I know. Wrong decision on my part. Should have gone dries again and then pitted for wets. Yeah, I'm getting gobbled up by everyone here on dries. Ah, but some of the others are just choosing inners. This is good. Your tyres are not going to last, pal. He's so hard on tyres. Yeah. Something's definitely wrong. Yeah, gearbox and suspensions starting to fail you. But you're going to have to... What are you complaining about? Yeah, suspension, I know. It'll last. Yeah, they've gone to wets. They've gone to wets. Damn. Don't need wets yet. Need it for those last two bits. Inters are good. Inters are good. Yeah, second. You're on dries, pal. There you going in. Who's Borderlottie still in? He's gone in. I mean, he's still in first. What's he going to use? He's on wets. Okay. Okay, we're lapping, starting to lap cars. How's that going? I reckon. Yep, come in. We're going for wets. Have to. Let's just hope we don't have any mistakes. You come in too. You can double stack. Plenty of room. Oh, that suspension. Come on. Don't muck it, don't muck it. Good pit stop. Third fastest pit stop. Come on, get out of there. Second spot, second spot, second spot. Ooh, we done well. Fourth stop. Fourth and fourth. That's good. We were very, very lucky. How far away? We're 2 seconds off. Yeah, you're going to have to ignore it. Just get around there. Not pitting now for repairs. Yes, a couple of parts are looking dodgy. I can see. Yes, ignore it. .6 seconds off first. Come on, catch. Yeah, well, not my fault he's bumping into me. He had the blue flag. Gee, nearly got a penalty then. Bit harsh. Come on. 3.3 seconds, come on. Get out of the way. 3.1, 3.2. Come on. How many laps left? 2 laps. No, this lap. Come on. No, not going to catch him. He's pulling away now. 3.4, 3.5. Well, second's good. Excellent. Yeah, you're going to make it, don't worry. Yes. Thank you, thank you. Where are you, pal? What do you mean that's okay, I guess? It's your first race for us. You should be ecstatic. Bortolotti, GTR Gracia. Okay. GRT Gracia, sorry. Race done. Saving, saving, saving. Okay, now here you get an analysis. There's plenty of screens to go through here if you're really, really technically minded and want to know everything ins and outs. But okay, well, I didn't realise they all stopped 4 times. We were the only ones to get inters in that ladder section there. Everyone else hung it out on softs, so that was a good thing. Ended up being a good thing. I thought it was a bad thing. Now there is scrutineering because you can fit illegal parts to your car. We don't have any, so we didn't break any rules. All our parts are legal. Okay, I did get a penalty, a 10-second penalty. Oh, that was not my fault. That was a lap car in the way. It didn't stop us from getting second, thankfully. Okay. So this has been a really good start to the season. Coming second in the championship. Thank you from a fan. Yeah, Berg. Yeah. Yes, we do look strong. It's all downhill from here. No, wait, you're supposed to think positive, aren't you? Okay, so that was good. Let's go through the analysis after race analysis. We can see what pit crew member made that mistake. You can choose to fire him or keep him on and hope he doesn't do it again. I tell you what, this game does not look like running in Windows. But anyway. Okay, he's had some problems. Okay, he's improved everything there. He's a bit happier. He's starting to get to know his mechanics now. What's happened to him? Okay, he's hurt his neck. 8 weeks with a sore neck. So, which hurts his fitness and only his fitness. So that's alright. Okay, we were expected to finish 7th, but overall we came 2nd. Our muckability has gone up, which is good for the sponsors. We gained 933,000. There's a breakdown there which you can look at in your financial screen. This is the Division 1 of the GD Championship, and you'll get blow-by-blows after every race for that too. And this was us. Okay, and you can look at there the drivers' standings and the team standings are there. Now it looks like the top 8. Oh, wait a minute, drivers. Top 10 get points. Okay, and that can change from season to season. Again, you get to vote on different rules that get applied, and you can actually try and get a vote on a rule yourself. You will get offered, would you like to implement a rule for next season? The drawback of that is you could lose it, like the others could vote against you, the other teams, and it will cost you $1 million to make it happen in the just to get the vote up there, and you could end up losing the vote and losing $1 million. But if you're rolling in money, why not? As it stands, we ain't rolling in money. We need to save up some money to do some improvements and to employ a new designer for next year, because I'm not overly happy with the designer we've got. Okay, after the race we've got 7 mile. We were looking good in practice. Rainyo pits Bortolotti to pole. Yes, we got pole. Car condition after the race. An interview with Sky Sports. Okay, let's do that. Run straight to the back. We did not. We did not. He had the blue flag. Yeah, I'm going to go for that one. He's a bloody idiot. Yeah, I don't care if you don't like me. Bite me. Pit crew review. Quick review, blah blah blah. We did 8 pit stops. Our fastest was 3.6 seconds. And this is the benchmark we're going to attempt to beat in the next race. Okay, in regards to the crew, we had 1 mistake. It wasn't dangerous, but it certainly lost us some time. It certainly did. Hans Jorgen Anderen. Yeah, alright, you've already had a talk to him about it. Yeah, I might have a talk to him about it too. Okay, Sven's got a sore neck. It was a hard-fought win. Okay, now let's go and have a look at our pit crew. Now you'll notice there's a 1 here, which means we've got 1 new applicant. No good. Too low. Good stamina, but bad stats. Good stamina, bad stats. So let's just reject them all and hope for a new batch, complete new batch. Okay, as I said earlier, you can take this off here now. Turn it off for now. Vermin. Now you can have a look. Oh my god, he's 2. Why is he there? The guy that made the mistake is up there. Okay, we don't want him there. We want him out of there. Get out. They're alright. The guy that made a mistake on the front jack. Not a huge fan, to be honest. Let's hope we can find some others. Okay, we'll leave it at that for now. We've got no better ones to choose from in here. These guys are a little bit worn out. That one's already been changed. We need to fill this up, so we've got a better choice. But okay, now the car itself can't do anything here because the car's being repaired after the last race. Car condition, take 46 hours to get it back up to scratch before they can start working on it again. But what we might do, we've got 1.4 million, so let's see if we can design a new part, which I'm guessing the rear wing's very bad. 3rd worst. 800,000, okay. No real good options there. None at all. But what I'll do, let's go for that. This by designing this opens up another section. Which that looks like a good one. Okay, so let's build that. It's going to cost 875,000. It's going to take 20 days, 11 days before the race to complete. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so let's now just fast forward until the car's been finished repairing, which we'll get a report on there. Oh, sponsors 7. Okay, we maximum offers here. Fixed payment of 158. No. Qualifying in the top 18 and finish the race in the top 18 for that. I think I'd rather fixed payment. Okay, Chevy, you can sponsor us. Okay, we've got 3 offers here now. Ooh, that's nice for 6 races. That's certainly better than that. 3 races for 6. 6 races for 7 per race. I'm going to take that one. And 3 offers here. Up front of 3.6 mil. I don't like this having to qualify and finish somewhere. A fixed payment for a race. Only for 2 races, but that's okay. That's $1 million. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, so now our projected earnings are for the next race, 2.3 million from our sponsorship take-in, which is good. That'll build us more parts and prepare us for next season. Okay, that's good. That's good. Alright, car repairs were finished. Let's have a look here on improving parts. Now we're working on a rear wing. Just one. Now what was failing? Okay, we need to get these gearboxes, and what else was it? Suspension. Reliability up. The suspension on both cars, so let's do that. Yeah, we need someone to work on it. 2 days before the race. Let's go to 1 day before the race. 4 days after race. There's no happy medium there. Okay. Now the next race will be in 30 days. And where is the next race? Let's have a look. Okay, it's at Phoenix. Not the Phoenix Oval, but the Inner track, using part of the oval. Now, I don't like the oval. I've raced there many times with the sling cars. After about 10 laps, you start lapping everyone. It just gets one big mess. And if you pit, you're down a lap. But of course, when they pit, it makes it up. It's just a nail biter because of all the position changes on the track. But this with the inner field, it does make it a little bit better. You can view all the layouts from that particular track. You could have any one of those layouts. This is one I was talking about, layout A. We're using this one, layout E, I think. I think it was E, or was it B? Yeah. Yeah, it was this one, layout E. So, yeah, that makes it a bit more interesting with some corners in it. So, which is good. Alright, so this is my first look at the Let's Play for this for YouTube. As I said, I've been playing for a long time. If you've got any questions about the game at all, and I haven't covered it, or something you would like covered in the game, please ask, and I will endeavour to do it, or get to it, or respond to you in the comments for it. What I would really like to do, this was a quick look at managing an existing team. What I would really like to do is start my own team from scratch. It is hard to do, and I would like to take you through that. It's the hardest way to play. So hopefully you're interested in it. Let me save the game. And I get some positive feedback, and you would like to see more. So thank you all who did view, or are viewing, or will view. Thank you very much. I hope you liked it. Please give me a like, hit the little like button. And if you like any of my other content or this, please think about subscribing. And if you do subscribe, hit the little bell. That way, next time I go live, it will send you a notification saying that I'm live. So until next time, thank you all. Please, everyone, take care. And until next time, bye-bye.